As we come in the air with our live broadcast at 10 o'clock, multiple new fire stars are triggering evacuation orders and warnings. Take a look at this map from the Montana DNRC. The yellow dots here represent new fire stars in just the last 24 hours.
One of our family's go-to sayings is adapt and overcome. We didn't expect we'd have to put it to the test so soon on our trip, but as we watched wildfires start popping up across the West, it became clear that we might need to lean on that mantra a little sooner than we thought.
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life, and the point is enjoying who you share it with. Joy is who you share it with, and the weeks and the weekends are keeping close who you spending with.
All right, good morning from Medora, North Dakota. Today we are on our way from Medora to Cody, Wyoming, which is on the east side of Yellowstone National Park. We are very excited to go back there. It's really our trip there last September that kind of reignited this idea and dream of doing national parks with our family. So very excited to get back there. So we are going to take you along the journey today. But first, before we can hit the road, there is the tear down camp phase. And we actually have a checklist for this, which we will make available on our website for those that are interested in what that looks like. Maybe you're a RVer or thinking about it. We're going to make that available on our website. So we will share that link down here when it's available. But we're going to start the tear down phase. This is what it looks like, all this space back here when we are in camp mode, but it looks very different when we are in travel mode. So we're going to start that process and bring you along the way. So here we go.
Who you share it with. Who you share it with.
So all of this has to get put away. So we've got our sewer line here, all the water stuff, filter, softener, and that's the one that goes directly into the bus. But the slides will go in, so this is the bedroom slide. It'll go in first so I don't crack my head. I've almost knocked myself out on this once. And then this is the kitchen slide here, as you can see, and that will go in as well next. And then on the back side we have the full slide. So all of those will be put in.
I'm burning bridges with society. Oh, my heart can't be tamed, it keeps pulling me across the canyon, into the great unknown, into the wild, to the wild, to the wild I go. Oh, oh, into the wild I go.
We first visited Yellowstone last year, hoping for a more adventure-style vacation. Seeing the wonder and awe on our girls' faces was all the confirmation we needed. We were definitely onto something special. That trip reignited a 15-year-old dream of homeschooling across the country with our girls. And now, here we are, back in Yellowstone.
Wild I go. To the wild I go.
All right, good morning from the Ponderosa Campground in Cody, Wyoming. Very nice concrete pad campsite. A little noisy, not gonna lie. If you stay at this campground, you definitely want to be aware you are in the middle of Cody, Wyoming, and the spot we're at in particular right here is right on the corner of the main kind of drag turn. So a little bit noisy this morning, but still a beautiful campground. See the mountains over there. So we've got a fun day ahead. Cody, Wyoming is near the east side, the east entrance of Yellowstone. So we will be heading over here. It's about an hour drive to the east gate, and then we're gonna hit up some fun spots today. We will be hitting up, let's see, what's on our list for today? We're gonna be hitting up Lamar Valley, Hayden Valley, probably the Roosevelt Arch, and then stay tuned because we're gonna stop at one of my family's highly requested revisits of a restaurant in Cook City. So stay tuned, we're gonna have a great day today.
We kept a close eye on the wildfires, but thankfully none of them were out of control or shutting down the places we were visiting. We did see a lot of areas impacted by the fires, but nothing that altered our trip plan. Our thoughts and prayers are with all those whose lives were affected, and a huge shout out to the brave frontline workers who fought so hard to contain and extinguish the fires.
Everybody's dreaming. They grow like titans, or it seems. And I know, I must be planted for a reason. If you could be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
Awesome. You better once I find my ID. All right, there we go.
All right. All right, you need a mapping guide?
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yep, you too.
I believe the rains are coming.
Yellowstone covers a massive 2.2 million acres spread across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. The size of the park is something to keep in mind when planning a visit. The main park road is shaped like a figure eight, so our plan was to tackle it in two parts. We would start with the east side, then move our coach from Cody, Wyoming to West Yellowstone, Montana in order to explore the west side of the park. In this first part of our two-part Yellowstone adventure, we'll visit Hayden Valley, Tower Roosevelt, and Lamar Valley. Another thing to consider is when to visit. During the winter, most of Yellowstone is closed to traffic. The summer season sees around 4 million visitors, so in addition to your National Parks Pass, you'll definitely want to bring plenty of patience. If you can visit outside the peak season, we'd recommend going in mid-September. It's a great time to enjoy the park with fewer crowds and cooler weather. You don't have to do all the research yourself when planning a trip. We've found a few tools that have really helped make our travels more enjoyable. One of our favorites is the Guide Along audio tour app. It provides location-based commentary on national parks, suggests itineraries, and even gives you tips on when to pull over and when it's better to keep driving. It's a great way to get the most out of your visit without missing a thing. For more tips and travel planning resources, be sure to join our free online community at ronanddeborah.com. Yellowstone National Park holds the title of being the first national park in the world. It was established by President Ulysses S. Grant in 1872. For a while, the U.S. Army oversaw the park to protect it from logging, poaching, and the destruction of its incredible natural features. It wasn't until the late 1880s that park rangers were hired to take over and help keep this majestic place safe for future generations. As we drive through Yellowstone, it's easy to forget that it's a wild place, not a zoo. We're not looking at curated displays, we're watching animals in their natural habitat. We're not in some controlled environment, we're literally sitting on top of a volcano. We want it to stay wild and unpredictable. So this is a friendly reminder to keep on the boardwalk or behind the fence and respect the risk that comes with this untamed world. As Olivia shared in our last episode,
So would you recommend petting the wildlife?
No, I would not pet the fluffy cows. Don't do that.
No petting of the fluffy cows. All right.
we promise you will still have an unforgettable time. Another trip planning resource we use is Dirt in My Shoes. It's a fantastic website that's all about helping you explore national parks with expert advice and detailed itineraries. Created by a former park ranger, the site is packed with tips on where to stay, where to eat, and how to navigate the parks, including information on entrance fees and special seasonal details. If you're thinking about visiting a national park, we honestly can't recommend this site enough. It's a lifesaver. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for future adventures and time-saving travel resources. Hayden Valley feels like the heart of Yellowstone, with bison, pronghorn, and elk roaming freely. The mix of wide meadows, rivers, and forests creates a perfect home for so many animals. We were fortunate enough to find ourselves right in the middle of a buffalo jam, and it was a little surreal. You could feel the ground vibrating as their hooves thundered past, and their bellowing and snorting filled the air as they moved alongside the Jeep. It was an incredible experience. Lamar Valley is often called the Serengeti of North America because of its vast open landscapes and incredible wildlife sightings. Located in the northeast corner of the park, it is especially famous for wolf and bear sightings. There were times we were so eager to spot a bear that every big rock or lone buffalo in the distance would get our hopes up, only to realize it wasn't a grizzly after all. But all wasn't lost. As we drove up a hill into a traffic jam, we finally saw what everyone had been hoping for: a mama bear and her 2 cubs in the distance. That moment made the wait completely worth it. Tower Fall is striking not only because of its height, but also because of its dramatic setting surrounded by jagged cliffs and rock formations layered with deep reds, oranges, and yellows. The short walk to the overlook can be crowded and heavily trafficked, but the view is definitely worth it.
Says she has a new pet peeve.
It's when
She doesn't want to admit it on camera. Though. Could you see that look on her face?
No,
She's like,
I will.
but I
I
won't say
will. It's when people are walking towards you
it. Yes.
and they're like this, right into the other lane.
Into
If
the
you
other
do
lane.
that-
We're learning some patience.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, huh?
Thanks for joining us. If you would like to see additional content, such as our top travel resources and other free tools, be sure to join our free online community at ronanddeborah.com. I hope you've enjoyed today's adventure. Before we wrap things up, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Northwest Iowa Community College. NCC has been such a great fit for our homeschool family. They offer flexible learning options online, on campus, or a mix of both, so it's easy to make education work around your adventure. Our daughter Olivia is actually dual enrolled at NCC right now. She's earning both high school and college credits at the same time. It's been such a fantastic opportunity for her to get ahead while still homeschooling. If you're a homeschool family looking for a way to take that next step, NCC is a great option. Small class sizes, supportive instructors, and affordable tuition make it an easy choice. So, if you're ready to start your success story, check out nccbound.com/homeschool. A big thanks to NCC for making videos like this possible. Want to join our next adventure? Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. See you in the next video.